Alright, in this video, we're going to be looking at how we can actually implement a keyword search such that when a user is actually searching for an item on our website or in our store, on our store website, we can actually give the user some kind of suggestion based on what they're writing or they're typing. It kind of autocomplete so that you can sell more items or you can push more items to the face of or to the eyes of the user so that it can help them in their search. So this is how you can actually autocomplete or know or help your user to find what they are looking for using Python. So basically, we're going to implement this. So we have a query, and then we are in the function call, we have the query as one of the arguments, and then we need to pass the query I here, right here too. So which is going to be the user's query. So basically, we're going to create some kind of repository that's going to show all the items, or let me just say store items. Okay. So we have our store items, then we're going to make it a list. So we can say we have bags, we have shoes, we have a dress, and then we have what's it called? Cream, and then we have makeup. All right, so we have all these items in our store. Okay, so now how do we then know what the user is actually trying to look for so that we can make these suggestions? So we would now create another list called suggestion. Okay, and then we're going to make it an empty array. Okay, so now this is an empty array. This list is actually meant for us. We're going to be using this list to track what the user is actually typing. So through the query is exactly what the user is typing. So the query is empty right now. Okay, so the user has not typed anything. So whenever the user types something, we grab this query, and then this is how we're gonna do that. We're just gonna say, now what we want to do is that when the user types one alphabet like this, we don't want to search, we don't want to start the search, we don't want to run the code. So we want to wait until the user types at least 2 words before we run this whole code. So what we're going to say is that if if the length of the query is greater than or equal to 2, then do something. All right, so if the user types only M or only one character, nothing's gonna happen until the user types more than one character. That is when the user will start getting suggestion about the items in the store. So what we then do is that we're now going to run through this whole list of items. So we're just going to say for item in store items. Okay, so this is going to grab each item one by one. This is going to be a linear search. Okay, this is going to be a linear search. So it's going to be for item in store items. So what we're going to do is that if any of the items in this store item list start with the query. Remember, this runs full time. This runs real time. So as the user is typing mo, this thing grabs this mo and checks if any of these items in the store list contains mo or starts with mo. This is BA, does not start with mo. SH does not start with. None of this starts with mo. So if there's a match, it terminates. This is a linear search. So if it does not find it in the first item, it tries the next. So the worst case scenario is that it's going to try it all to the last and still not find it. Okay, but if it immediately finds it, it terminates the program and then it returns whatever we ask it to return. So in this case, we'll just say if item does start with query, we're just gonna say then suggestion dot append. Then we want to see the item that it matches. So we're just going to append item. So we want to add this item into our suggestion because that is the item that we are going to be throwing to the face or to the eyes of the customer because it matches what the user is trying to type. So rather than having the user type everything, we already figured out what the user might be looking for based on their first two words. And then we can just add it to the suggestion and then we can throw the suggestion to the user's eyes. So it's going to append this item into the suggestion and then we're going to print this so that the user can see it, right? Suggestion, so that the user can see this item, okay? Otherwise, no, sorry, we're not gonna, let's not print okay? Let's not print let's just do one thing add it to the suggestion box, okay? And then we can come back, we can come out of the loop, we can come out of that loop, and then we can say if suggestion, if there's suggestion, then we should just print this suggestion, okay? If there's suggestion, we should print this suggestion so that the user can see what they might be looking for. Else, that means if there's no suggestion, just return. Uh, we can just print. Um, we can just print item indentation problem. Indentation problem right there. Okay, so we can just print no item found. Okay, so we can still return this so that we can just terminate the program right there. Return suggestion. Okay, once there's a match, then we display it to the user, and if that's what the user wants, there's no point running the rest of the program. We can just terminate the program and then we will be good. So right now we are done with the keyword search. So then we can just use MO. I don't think anything starts with MO, so this should be what should be printed out. So let's run this. Okay, now we have a problem because our iteration is running. We have no item found, like the same number of times that we have our items there. So which simply means we should take this out of the loop, right? We should take this out of the loop. We should just take this out of the loop. So I'm gonna have this outside the loop, right? Right. Okay, so I'm gonna save right now and then we're gonna run it again. So now the previous mistake was that we were running this all code inside the loop. So if item, so basically now let's search for something that does exist. Well, let me just use BA. So while I'm searching for BA, the suggestion should come and the computer should know that yes, we're most likely looking for bags. And if we have something that starts with well, let me see, if we have something that starts with another baggage, we can have baggage. I mean, I don't think there's anything like that, but let's just put it that way. So we have two things that are starting with BA, so there should be two suggestions. As you can see, we have two suggestions. We have bags and then we have baggage. So our implementation is working as expected. So basically that is how you can set up a keyword search and to make suggestions to your customers when they are searching on your platform. Thank you for watching this video. See you soon.